Welcome, everyone. We've got a special deep dive for you today, really getting into the connection between artificial intelligence and the metaverse.
Yeah, it's a fascinating intersection.
Definitely. And we're not just talking buzzwords here. Our goal is to unpack how AI isn't, just a feature in the metaverse, but actually a core technology building these virtual worlds.
Exactly. Think of AI as the architect, the engine driving it all.
So the metaverse itself, it's not one single place, right? More like a collection of spaces.
Precisely. A growing network of interconnected 3D shared spaces. They blend digital and physical, aim for persistence, immersion, the whole deal.
Okay. And definitions vary a bit, I gather.
They do. Gartner, for instance, talks about device independence, virtual economies,
Right.
digital currencies, NFTs.
Right, those unique digital assets.
Yes. While the IEE might focus more on the enabling tech, like VR, AR, digital twins.
Got it. But cutting across all that is AI.
Absolutely. It's the intelligence making it all work. From our avatars, the environments, the interactions, AI's fingerprints are everywhere.
Okay, let's dig into that. Maybe start with avatars, our digital selves. That seems like a really visible place AI is making a difference.
For sure. And a big part of it is just creating the avatar. AI is really changing that game.
How so?
Well, it used to take serious skill, right? Now you've got tools, Ready Player Me, Avaturn, Vidnaz AI. They use AI to whip up a personalized 3D avatar from just a photo.
Just a photo.
Seriously.
Yeah, pretty much. Or at least give you a fantastic starting point. It really lowers the barrier for people to jump in and express themselves.
Which is huge, right? That need for self-expression. And I read somewhere that having an avatar that feels like you actually helps you feel more present, more comfortable in these spaces.
That makes sense. And AI goes deeper than just the look. It's driving the behavior, too.
Behavior, like how they act.
Exactly. AI can analyze, facial expressions, your voice tone, even text you type to make the avatar understand and react to emotions more naturally.
Wow. So more than just canned animations. Well, yeah. We're even seeing early stuff with, like, GPT-driven conversations.
Yeah.
Using those big language models, NLP models, to make interactions feel way less scripted.
And movement. Animation must be part of that, too.
Definitely. AI is making motion capture much easier. Forget the expensive suits sometimes.
Oh, right. The mocap suits.
Yeah. Now you've got AI using standard webcams or even video you already recorded. Think MSI Digime, RemoCap, those kinds of tools.
Democratizing animation, then.
Pretty much. And the quality is getting impressive. NVIDIA's Audio Two-Face, for instance. It turns your speech audio into facial animation.
So realistic lip syncing just from audio.
That's the idea. And the future. Even better facial recognition, gesture recognition, aiming for really expressive digital selves.
Which helps get past that, let's call the uncanny valley.
Exactly. That creepy feeling when something's almost human, nailing photorealistic faces without being weird. That's still a big challenge AI is tackling.
What makes it so hard, technically?
Oh, it's the subtlety. All those tiny muscle movements, micro expressions, capturing and recreating that digitally in a way that feels, well, alive and not robotic. That takes immense computing power and really sophisticated algorithms, plus tons of data.
Right. Makes sense. Okay, so AI helps create us in the metaverse. What about the worlds themselves? Building these massive virtual environments sounds like a monumental task.
It would be, manually. That's where AI steps in. Again, especially with something called Procedural Content Generation. PCG.
Procedural Content Generation.
Okay, what's that? Basically using algorithms like GANs, generative adversarial networks, or diffusion models to automatically create stuff. Landscapes, buildings, objects, textures, you name it.
GANs. Aren't those the AIs that kind of compete with each other?
Yeah, that's a good way to think of it. One generates, the other critiques, pushing the quality up and up. It allows for incredible diversity and detail.
So AI takes on the grunt work of world building, addresses that huge scalability problem.
Absolutely. Imagine trying to handcraft a planet. AI allows for potentially infinite variations, unique experiences for everyone, without needing armies of artists for every single thing. Like environment artist Sarah Lee said, AI enables expansive worlds with incredible detail and diversity.
And these worlds aren't just static backdrops, are they? AI makes them dynamic.
Right. They can adapt in real time, change based on what you do, maybe even your preferences, makes the whole place feel more responsive, more alive.
How does that work? AI generating things on the fly?
Sort of. Tools like NVIDIA's Magic 3D or models from OpenAI can create 3D stuff from 2D images or even just text descriptions.
Text, like create a spooky forest.
Pretty much. And NVIDIA's Lattice 3D is super fast text to a detailed 3D shape in like under a second.
Wow. That's fast. Game-changing for development, I bet.
Totally. And platforms like NVIDIA Omniverse are really key here. They provide the tools for simulation, synthetic data generation with Replicator, robotics with Isaac Sim. It's kind of a foundational layer.
Okay, Omniverse, got it. So we have AI avatars, AI-built worlds. But worlds need inhabitants, right? NPCs, non-player characters.
Yep. And AI is revolutionizing them too. Forget the old NPCs walking in circles saying the same line.
Yeah. The classic RPG trope.
Right. Now, AI-powered NPCs can have complex behaviors, make actual decisions, they can interact more naturally, adapt to you, maybe even seem to learn or have emotions.
Seriously, like they have their own goals.
Potentially, yeah. Autonomous goals, independent decision-making, maybe even long-term memory based on interactions. It makes them way less predictable, much more engaging.
I saw a mention of them being used in like evacuation training simulations.
Exactly. That shows their potential for serious applications, making simulations more realistic and effective. Toolkits like Unity ML agents help developers build these kinds of smart agents.
That's fascinating. And you could see them playing roles in virtual economies too, maybe.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine AI NPCs as autonomous traders or shopkeepers. Adds a whole new layer of dynamism.
So AI is touching avatars, worlds, NPCs. What about just the general user experience for me interacting with the metaverse?
Big impact there, too, mostly through personalization and accessibility.
Personalization how?
AI watches how you behave, what you seem to like, your interactions, and uses that to tailor things for you. Maybe it adjusts the environment, changes story elements in a game, recommends content.
Like a smart recommendation engine, but for the whole virtual world.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And NLP, natural language processing, is key, again, for creating personalized dialogue with those smarter NPCs, making conversations feel unique to you.
And it can customize the interface too.
It can. Maybe adapting controls based on your skill, or even noticing if you're getting uncomfortable, like motion sick in VR, and tweaking visuals to help.
That's clever. And accessibility, that feels really important.
Crucial. AI enables things like voice control, transcribing speech to text, real-time translation, features that open up the metaverse to way more people who might otherwise face barriers.
Making it more inclusive. That's great.
It is. And what's cool is this is kind of a two-way street. AI makes the metaverse better. Right. But the metaverse, with all its complex interactions and data, is amazing training ground for AI, especially for understanding how humans and computers interact.
So the metaverse generates data that helps improve the AI that runs the metaverse. A feedback loop.
Exactly, a synergistic relationship.
Yeah.
But making all this AI work smoothly in the metaverse, that comes with some real technical hurdles.
Okay, let's talk about those. I'm guessing performance is a big one. All this AI must need serious power.
You hit the nail on the head. Significant computational resources are needed. We're often talking high-performance computing clusters, HPC.
Not just your average gaming PC, then.
Not for the really cutting-edge stuff now.
Yeah.
Training those complex NPC models, rendering huge dynamic worlds for potentially thousands of people at once. It takes horsepower.
Which is why platforms like Omniverse and Unity are so important, providing the infrastructure.
Precisely. They offer the tools and frameworks developers need. Another big challenge is that connection between physical and virtual, making your movements feel natural in VR.
How does AI help there?
Through things like pose reconstruction. AI algorithms analyze camera or sensor data to translate your real-world body movements accurately onto your avatar. Seamless embodiment is the goal.
Making it feel like you are really there.
Yep, and like we said, getting those faces right, avoiding the uncanny valley, that's an ongoing technical battle too.
Okay, so looking ahead, where does this AI metaverse partnership go next? What should we expect?
Well, likely bigger, more complex AI frameworks, handling more users, richer interactions, better facial and gesture recognition to make social connections feel more real.
Making virtual conversations feel less virtual.
Hopefully. And that procedural content generation. Expect it to move beyond just games. Think education, professional collaboration, AI building tailored virtual classrooms or meeting spaces.
That could really change remote work and learning.
Potentially, yeah. But alongside all this potential, we also have to talk about the ethics, right? Data privacy, user control, AI bias. These become even more critical.
Absolutely. Lots to consider there. So, wrapping up, it's clear AI isn't just part of the metaverse. It's pretty much woven into its DNA.
It really is. Powering your avatar, The worlds, the characters, everything. The potential for more immersive, personal, interactive experiences is just huge.
It really changes how we think about entertainment, but also learning, working, potentially
Makes
everything.
you wonder, doesn't it? What new things become possible for you in these intelligent virtual worlds?
Definitely food for thought. Well, hopefully this deep dive gave you a good grounding in this really exciting area.
It's evolving so fast, it's hard to keep up sometimes.
Tell me about it. And if you want to keep exploring AI, definitely subscribe to Before AGI podcast for more discussions like this.
And hey, if you're itching for more hands-on stuff, tutorials, deeper dives into AI concepts, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. It's Ian Erkieng AI. That's O-Chieng. Lots of content there for you.
Awesome. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, everyone. We'll be back to unpack more complex topics soon. Thanks for joining us.